dish, Chicago's Lula Cafe, helmed by chef Jason Hamill. A James Beard Award for hospitality and a Michelin Bib Gourmand, recognition of Lula Cafe's consistency in quality and care over the last 25 plus years. Hamill turning what was once a daring venture into the inspiration for many in the food scene, featuring locally sourced foods and a focus on community long before both became industry standards. A neighborhood staple in Northwest Chicago's Logan Square, Lula Cafe has become a favorite for both casual diners and foodies by embracing comfort and creativity in its menu. The intention set by owner Jason Hamill, who shared some of his favorites and his story of opening back in 1999 without the usual culinary aspirations.
My wife and I were not chefs. We kind of accidentally came into this business because we wanted to create a space for the artists and the friends that we had.
A place like Hamill had found when the then 20-something aspiring writer first moved to Chicago.
I stumbled on this cafe. Everybody's smoking, drinking espresso, the music's loud. It became super important to me and like my community when the cafe closed. And Leah and I were able to take it over and start our own thing in the same space, and then we had to learn how to cook.
Creating the space itself, the easier task. Hamill's wife, Amalia, or Leah, an artist, curating works of art that from the beginning have earned praise in their own right.
Ordering 2 vegetarian tasting.
To create the menu, they started with what they knew, the foods of their families.
The first time we opened, it was a real mix of my wife's Greek heritage, and I'm from an Italian family on the East Coast. So we just sort of threw things together, and they ended up sticking to the menu for now almost 26 years.
Dishes like their spaghetti with pancetta and a sweet and spicy salsa rosa.
It has like this kind of Roman vibe, and then the sauce is made both with dried and sweet chilies. It has this aromatic Italy, Mexico mashup. To me, that kind of cooking is it's kind of 90s.
It's got a nice little kick too, which I love, those chilies.
A pasta yaya with feta, garlic, brown butter, and cinnamon.
It smells so good. You need smell-o-vision, I always say,
Yeah,
to do this. The moment it was brought out, just smells so good.
And I always say that this dish, the cinnamon, is surprising, and I always want people to be a little bit surprised by it.
Also contributing to Lula Cafe's early gastronomic footprint, time Hamill spent living abroad.
And so I actually lived in Italy for a while before I moved here, and I got this apartment sight unseen right outside of a market where I'd go and I'd see the vendors bringing stuff in early in the morning, and you could shop for fish and meats and the most amazing vegetables you've ever seen. And I was writing. I wasn't thinking about the food then, but it tapped into something about seasonal cooking, about knowing the history, the stories